Hey everyone, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. You may be wondering why IRL Jess is talking and not voiceover Jess. Well, it's because I totally forgot to film the base. Okay, I'm lying. I didn't forget to film the base, but I did this week's base off camera because it was the first time I was doing a 6-day spread with 2 sidebar situations. I know technically this was my first 6-day spread, but in actuality, it was this one. So this is the Under the Waves kit from ScribblePrintsCo, planning for the week of Tuesday, May 23rd to Sunday, May 28th. And this is the week that'll get me back on track to do Monday through Sunday again, like I normally do. So I knew I was gonna do 6 days for Vegas and 6 days for this spread. So I kind of didn't want to think with the camera running the same way that I was trying to do my birthday spread with the 8 days. So I did do it off camera and then completely forgot that I did it off camera until I filmed some footage of me putting down all the sidebar stickers, and then I went to go export it onto iMovie and I was like, where's me laying down the base? And then I was like, oh, I didn't do that. So yeah, this is the base laid down. I used the Planahana bubble underlays, and I think it, actually, I don't think it came in the bundle. Or maybe it did come in the bundle, but so these are Planahana underlays in the April foil of the month. And then I also got the SPC and Planahana bundle that had these underlays on it. I'm thinking it was bubbles because there's also bubble washi. So all of the, I think the underlays, the overlays here, and the overlays with like the seashells and the circles on them were from Planahana. I added them to a few boxes, you can kind of see. And then I did cut out some of the bigger like sea creatures to add them to the tall box. And then I also used these mermaid quotes. So this one says mermaid vibes, and then this one says mermaid kisses, starfish wishes, which like if I look at it flat like this, I can't tell what it says from like my angle, but looking up at it, it's very pretty and I love this foil so much. I think paired with the silver like confetti overlay from ScribblePrintsCo, it is beautiful, and it means I get to use silver scripts, which I have a lot of, and I think it's gonna look really, really nice. So yeah, I have my sidebar here, the 2 habit trackers. I have a square box that says post-vacation depressies and a very dramatic looking munchkin. Let me just show you so you can see. There's the quote box. So post-vacation depressies, because this week is not my first like full week back, because I think I only I worked only 1 day this week. But it was like starting to all hit me that like the vacation was over, and it was really kind of depressing. Also, Nick moved this weekend. Nothing like going on a 2-week vacation and then moving right afterwards. So Nick is moving, and then just my ombre heart checklist of little habits. And this week's sticker is from Ice Cream Joe. So yeah, that's everything for the base. Actually, I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna let voiceover Jess take over. Also in the headers, I did a double header situation so you can see the bubbles and then the confetti. I love it. So yeah, I'll put this down here. Also, my nails match the like this week and then a few other spreads by accident. I was getting 2 different color nail polishes, and usually what I'll do is the ring finger and the thumb are the different colors, so it should have looked like that kind of. But then I texted Nick and I was telling him about the 2 colors, and he's like, oh, are you gonna put one on one hand and one on the other? And I was like, no, that's weird. But then I thought about it a little more and I was like, I kind of love it. So I did it. My nail lady was also very shooketh, and then she saw it and she was like, I kind of vibe with it too. But the mint and the purple was completely accidental. I was just trying not to do pink. So what do you do except pink, blue, and purple? Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna let voiceover just take over right now. All right, here we go. This plan with me is gonna be shorter than most because of that intro, but also because there's only 6 days in this week. And I was gonna say not much going on, but there's a little bit going on. So we're gonna start off on Tuesday, May 23rd. The first thing I'm gonna mark is that I slept in. This is my first full day back in New York after the vacation. We had arrived back from Vegas the Monday night prior. So Nick and I slept in. I think we got in around like 8 or 9 o'clock, but we were super tired, jet lagged, all the things. So we slept in, I think, until like 9 or 10 o'clock. Then we laid in bed for a very long time and just snuggled and didn't want to wake up to the world. All those fun things. And right before Nick left, we went to the deli, got some sandwiches, drank some coffee, and just kind of quietly vibed together after such a hectic, like basically 3 weeks, hectic in the best way possible. So after Nick had gone home, I was left to unpack all the things. I did only have one checked suitcase, but boy, did I stuff it to the brim. Oh no, I had the checked bag. It's like a medium-sized luggage and a tote bag full of souvenirs and things like that. Also had to make sure I got Nick some of the things that we had like put into my luggage to keep safe, like wine and souvenirs and things like that. So yeah, spent a majority of this day unpacking. I was also procrastinating it a lot. Like I would do a section like toiletries and then just stop and like go on TikTok. And then I would do like shorts. And then I would stop and go on TikTok. Like you could not have paid me to unpack my luggage that day. And if you've been watching my videos for a while, or if you just know me in person, I am the type of person that will get back from a trip, rip open their suitcase and just unpack everything and put everything away so I just don't have to deal with it. But that day, that Tuesday, I just could not do it. Could not. Everything was also neatly like packed in packing cubes, so like everything had somewhere to go. I think I was kind of just like paralyzed with like what to do with all my EDC stuff. Like I put away my EDC clothes like as like a memento box situation, or do I put away my EDC stuff as like in like a little container where like I'll just have like rave outfits now. So it was a lot of that, you know, like when you like give yourself a project all of a sudden to do and you're just like hyper fixated on that project. I think that's pretty much what I was doing, because like I didn't know like, does this go in a memento box or does this go in a regular box? Like literally just back and forth trying to see if I needed to order something on Amazon. But alas, so spent pretty much all day unpacking. If I could have made it a full box, I would have. But yeah, so then I also marked the TikTok binges I did intermittently between packing different things. And then I also organized stickers that I got as Happy Mail, some Once More with Love munchkins, kits from ScribblePrintsCo. And then I took a bath because it was well deserved after finally, I want to say I finished unpacking before I took this bath, but I highly doubt it. And then the last thing I did after finally unpacking was watch She's the Man on Hulu, because Nick got Hulu for our trip because it's the only streaming service that has Jersey Shore, and that's pretty much what we were watching the entire vacation. But then they also had She's the Man on it, so I was like, I need to decompress before I go to work the next day and wake up super early. So I just watched She's the Man before going to bed. Then moving on to Wednesday, this was my only day working this week. You'll see why. I started listening to A Happy Place on Audible. It was the new Emily Henry book. I got it as an audiobook because it only came out as a hardcover, and all her other ones are paperback. And there is no paperback version of it yet. So I was like, I can't do that to my bookshelf, because not only is it a hardcover when all the others are paperback, it's also taller and it doesn't match the same, like the spine is a different color than the cover. So I can't support that. Won't support that. I already had to change my books for like the Dreamland Billionaire series. Not gonna do it again. So I listened to that on the audiobook, and then I went to work. I also did not make my lunches the night before because, like I said, I spent the whole day packing and like completely forgot I needed to eat. But also it was like one day at work, so I didn't want to make like a bunch of lunches. So I went to Sweet Green and got a salad. Then I pretty much spent a lot of the afternoon and the evening commute home binge watching TikTok videos. I was like really in my feels, kind of feeling very down this day. Like I noticed it the most, I guess, especially after coming from work. At work, I was kind of like on a high and like telling people about like my trip, and everyone was like happy to see me back and super welcoming. But I was just like, how am I back here? You know, that kind of thing. So yeah, I binge watched a lot of TikTok videos. I was listening to a lot of music that I heard at EDC, which was not helping, but you know, there we were. So I marked emotionally unwell, and then I, for some reason, started watching Twilight. Because that was also on Hulu. I was actually going to binge watch the series, but at the time that I was watching this, like around May 24th, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn were not on any streaming platform. For some reason, on Hulu, Twilight was there, but none of the other movies, and on no other streaming platform was it on. Now it's there. Now it's on Hulu, but back then on this day was not there. So the next day was a Thursday. I spent the morning typing up some scripts, trying to decompress and calm down, because this was a day I needed to go get an MRI. I've mentioned getting MRIs on here before. So the first time I went to go get an MRI, for those who don't know, I found out I was extremely claustrophobic. I don't use the word extremely very lightly, because it was really, really bad. So basically, since like 2019, I've been trying to get an MRI, and then I've been dealing with a lot of headaches and stuff. So of course, the neurologist was like, we're going to need an MRI. I booked the appointment with like an open one, and they're like, for what we need to see, you cannot do the open one. And I was like, what? Okay. I'm like, but I like cannot get in a closed one. But so today was a day they gave me a Xanax. Apparently also Xanaxes like don't work if you're anxious, which boggles my mind. Cause they were trying to like put me in the little like bed that they roll into the MRI donut like shaped thing. But I was freaking out. I did it. Spoiler alert. I did finally get in a closed MRI. They had my mom came with me, which was super nice. And she held my hand, while they pushed me in, and I was literally crying the whole time. And then they gave me like a blindfold and everything like that. But I was like freaking out, and it wasn't until I just was finally in the MRI, realized my fingertips could touch the outside of the MRI, so I wasn't fully in. Nobody wanted to tell me that I was never actually fully going in. They just let me freak out. But yeah, they told me that I was only going in up to my hips, but I don't know how far my hips are when I'm panicking. So they slid me in, and then I finally started to calm down when I realized my fingertips could touch the end of the MRI, and my mom held my hand the whole time, so that kind of kept me grounded. And until I started to relax myself, did the Xanax kick in. I hope I said that correctly. But when I was panicking, that Xanax was absolute caca-poo-poo. Did nothing. But as soon as I relaxed myself, then it fully kicked in, and I was about to just absolutely knock out. So I did the MRI. Huzzah, hooray. It was 50 minutes in there. They pulled me out, and they were like, did you fall asleep? And I'm like, yeah, kind of. They had to pull me out to do contrast, and the way the technician pushed me back in so fast, I felt like a Subway sandwich going into the toaster. Yeah, so he pushed me in super fast, I think, for me not to even realize that I had come out, which, appreciate it. So yeah, did that, got home, got a donut, was gonna watch TV, and then I actually just completely knocked out and just took a nap. Finally, that Xanax kicked in, and I just slept for 5 hours. I only woke up because this was the day that The Little Mermaid was coming out in the evening, and as a treat to myself, I had booked the tickets. In the event that I did the MRI, it would be a nice treat to go, because Little Mermaid is my favorite movie. My favorite Disney princess, favorite Disney movie. Not favorite Disney movie, but she's my favorite Disney princess. And I was super excited for the live action one to come out. So I was like, let's go see it. And then on the off chance I didn't do the MRI, it would be a nice consolation prize for the day. So yeah, so me and my mom saw The Little Mermaid. My mom had actually cried at the ending of it, and I looked at her and I was like, why are you crying? Am I supposed to be crying at this? And then realized that my Xanax dose was so high, I could not cry. So that was funny, but I really enjoyed The Little Mermaid. It was probably definitely my favorite live action adaptation of any of the Disney movies. I still don't think we need to be doing them, but I'm going to be here and I'm going to watch every single one of them. But The Little Mermaid by far is my favorite. Then I got home, got some Happy Mail from Amazon. I had made a bunch of orders for a USB drive to put all my vacation photos on.
specifically just the vacation photos, like containers for all the EDC stuff so I can like pack it away. Then I FaceTimed Nick for a little bit. I don't remember why. And then I watched some Selling Sunset because I had realized that a new season had come out, and it is an absolute guilty pleasure of mine to watch. So then moving on to Friday. Fridays are my days off. So I downloaded all my vacation photos. What did I do? Oh, I was going to PA. Oh, yeah. So Nick was moving this week. I think I mentioned in the beginning of the video. So I downloaded all my vacation photos onto the USB and then realized there wasn't enough room on the USB. But like I saved all the photos to my computer to eventually transfer to the USB. Then I went to go get my nails done after the trip. These are not the nails. They were like pink. I think they were in the beginning. Actually, I don't think they were in the beginning of this video. But yeah, my nails were super long, so I went to go get them cut. Turns out I didn't get them cut short enough, but that's going to be a problem for Jessica in the next coming weeks. So yeah, got my nails done. I got home, and also I had some Happy Mail, which were the bath treats that I think I tipsily bought in Vegas. It's called Nectar Bath Treats, so it's like a Lush, but the soaps are like in super cute, like adorable cupcake shapes and things like that. So I placed the order in the store and they said they would ship it to me. So it came on this day. I opened everything up, grabbed the stuff that was for Nick, and hopped in my car and drove to Nick's parents' house. We were just kind of chilling this day because we were going to start moving him the next 2 days, and it was like a longer weekend. So it was kind of convenient to get a lot of stuff done. So me and Nick, before dinner, we went to Wawa, and then we drove up to a river and just sort of, because I had my Jeep, and so we like took down rolled down the windows, we took out the top and everything like that. And so we just like, the weather was beautiful, so we just hung out by the river, ate some snacks, and I had my Wawa coffee, which is Irish cream and the Colombian coffee. Delicious, although it's starting to taste really sweet to me now, which sucks, but like I love that combination. Then we were just driving around, and we went to Barnes and Noble, and I picked up some books because my other friend Nick got me a Barnes and Noble gift card for my birthday, so I was like, obviously I have to spend it. I strategically did it because I also got Amazon gift cards, but I strategically did it in a way where I bought like the cheaper books at Barnes and Noble, and then the one book I wanted that was hardcover I bought on Amazon because it was like $15 cheaper. So I did that, got 3 books. 2 of them I know are going to be like really predictable rom-coms, and the other one was like Twisted Love, I think it's called. And I Googled it. I'm like, wait, is this a spicy book? 'Tis a spicy book, indeed. So I'm excited to read that. But right now I have like me, Jess in the present, not Jess in this week. I have the 4th volume of Lore Olympus that I want to read. I started a Court of Thorns and Roses. I'm getting into it. It's always hard for me to read the physical books because I'm either reading it before work or after work, and those are just tough times. But Lore Olympus, I'm going to read. Then I'm going to go back to ACOTAR, and then I'm going to read Twisted Love. That is my little TBR, my little what I'm trying to do. I'm 3 books behind my reading goals, so that kind of sucks, but there you have it. Anyway, moving on to Thursday because I am, Friday. Moving on to Friday because I'm slowing down. Me and Nick had a little date night at a restaurant called Rocco's, and it was lovely. We ate some nice food. We also think the waitress recognizes us. I think we've had her before, so that's kind of cool. We're like, what's it called? Not locals. And we're not regulars either, but we regularly come once a year. And then we came home and watched some Jersey Shore because of course we did. Then moving on to Saturday, we had some morning snuggles, and then I marked that it was moving day part 1. So we went to go get the keys to Nick's new apartment and like also move a few things, and bought a lot of things. We were driving, I was hungry, so we stopped by Chipotle, got some Chipotle, and then we went to Home Depot to pick up like a toolkit and some other things. I can't remember. Then we spent a lot of time at IKEA. And I realized that we needed a bigger trunk space, and we also needed more hands because we were picking up furniture pieces that had a lot of parts to them, and they were super duper heavy, and I was going to be of no help to Nick to load this stuff into a car. So we did walk around IKEA for like 2 hours. We did pick up some of the pieces and ultimately just kind of left the carts before checkout. We decided we were going to do like an online order that we could pick up when Nick and my brother-in-law would come the next day to help us out. We were a little bit unprepared, but what are you gonna do? Like, I've moved before. Obviously, I lived in Austin, but I had a lot of help, and also like I had like a pod, and like I had bought stuff beforehand, but you know, we were just kind of like seeing what we needed, and we didn't know what we needed. And this is all just happening very fast and having just come back from the vacation. So it was a little bit of an overwhelming experience. But yeah, so we went to IKEA, figured out what we needed, didn't actually buy it though, then drove back to Nick's parents' house and then had dinner with Nick's parents, and then spent the night watching Jersey Shore. I think we drank a little bit this day because we wanted to see if we could get drunk, because we could not get drunk in Vegas. I mentioned that in the Greece and Vegas plan with me's. We couldn't get drunk. Turns out in America, 2 shots of tequila is all it takes. And then we were just watching Jersey Shore and fell asleep on the couch. But yeah, so moving on to a Sunday, this last day that gets us back on track for a full week, Monday through Sunday the next week. The first thing I marked was, of course, more cuddles. And then the second thing was that it was moving day part 2. So our other friend Nick and my brother-in-law were coming this day to help us move. What happened? I was watching Selling Sunset. Oh, well, I guess like we were building like a lot. I was basically building IKEA furniture this whole day, and I had Selling Sunset playing on my phone while I was putting together Nick's bed and some drawers, although I think I was putting together the drawers the next day. I spent a lot of time putting the bed together. It came with 2 pieces, so it was like the bed frame and then the headboard came separately, so you had to build them separately, and then also the headboard you have to like screw into the wall. And we didn't, like, they don't give you the screws for that, which is, like, you know, very helpful. But yeah, so I was watching Selling Sunset. Then Nick and Brandon's my brother-in-law, went to go, pick up more stuff from Nick's parents' house. So they left me, like, to build the bed and everything like that. They left me hungry, by the way. Like, I was not properly fed. I was running on a muffin. But yeah, so then while they were doing that, I went to Target. I figured I'd pick up, like, a stack of Pringles or something, and then pick up, like, laundry things, some basic essentials for, like, the fridge, some spices, a spice rack, cleaning supplies, all good things. And then I also filled up his snack cabinet with snacks because I feel like it was a rite of passage. And I am the snack queen. So I gave him like Doritos, Tostitos, Sour Belts, Sour Patch Kids, Oreos, all the good stuff. So I had my little Target run. And then when the boys got back, we went to a restaurant, which was okay. I had a taco salad because they didn't have the sandwich that I wanted, which was the French dip, but we had a little drink. Just hung out. Like I said, the weather was nice this whole weekend. And then we got back and we built more furniture. I didn't get the bed built in time for us to sleep on it, so we ended up sleeping on the mattress on the floor. But we'll go more into that on the next Plan With Me. So yeah, that is it for this Under the Waves Plan With Me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a really beautiful kit. This foil and these colors are just so stunning, and I think it did the Little Mermaid live action justice. I love it. It was a good week, very stressful, kind of overwhelming with like all that was going on, especially with my little down mood, but what can you do? We move forward. So yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one where everything is pretty much back to status quo, back to normal. All right. Okay. I'll see you all next time.